did a bad thing. I'm having a bad day. It's turning into a bad year.
2020.
That's.
I love how this is for 2018.
And the places I'm supposed to go are canceled.
This literally was a precursor to 2020.
Hey, what's the name of this game? How do you play it?
And it's so topical for this whole week. Jack Stratton releasing his curveball out of nowhere.
It's been a curveball.
Welcome everybody. It's the Conscious Club Podcast, the #1 podcast on VULFPECK. I am Indy. This is Tori, the beautiful Tori. Look at what she's wearing today.
I know.
A beautiful floral. Is that floral or is that
an abstract floral pattern?
Abstract floral color pattern, I guess. Yes, and it's beautiful. And also her conspiracy eye makeup is just. If she wasn't already a queen, I don't know what this makes her. This is
I'm an empress now.
You are an empress of the universe.
Thank
that is
you.
right. And welcome guys. This is the Conscious Club Podcast. This is the #1 podcast on VULFPECK. This is it's a momentous occasion. We haven't recorded in a very, very long time. I'm sure our 78 YouTube subscribers are just
Shook.
frothing and chomping at the bit to get more TCCP. I know that there's a void in their life now that we've gone like 3 months without recording anything, but I think it's a good exercise in entropy. Entropy can snowball. Does that mean anything to you at all?
I don't know. I just think we're all going through a really weird time, and we all had to go through like this weird adjustment period of like working from home and like trying to find a new normal. And I think we were such on a roll before this whole like COVID thing, and then everything changed, and now we have to find like a new normal.
Right. Yeah.
And how this fits into it.
Yeah. It's weird, but I think, we're so far into it. What is it, 4 or 5 months now? Is it 4?
I think 4.
4?
Yeah.
I mean, it's
March.
August 9th.
And
Yeah.
we haven't recorded since March.
Yeah, so since we recorded last, it's been roughly 5 months. My God,
That's
so much has
insane.
changed. And it's weird since we've had, we've been lucky enough to be working remotely. It's weird we've had more time than ever to make the show, but we haven't been doing it. But also, it's a quarantine. And yet, there's Vulf and Vulf adjacent stuff being released in the quarantine, like the Fearless Flyers Tailwinds album, which is incredible, and we'll do a completely separate podcast on that later, but stuff like that. We wanted to wait until it was deemed necessary, because also I had a subconscious feeling that we were going the opposite route of the scarce method. I felt did you feel that way? Because I feel like
we were releasing every Monday.
Right. As I think the intrinsic value of each podcast went down in the frequency if they raised in frequency and distribution. So I don't know. I think it was a much needed break, and I think we're kind of coming back to it fresh, and we may be a little rusty, but hey, it's the Conscious Club Podcast is what we do.
When are we not rusty? Like, I feel like that's our aesthetic.
When are we not
Like,
rusty? Man, we are like
it wouldn't be
Tin
us
Man.
if there wasn't some derailments, some hot mess, technological issues. Like, that's just our podcasting aesthetic. I mean, for us at least. Maybe
That's
not in the future, but
I mean it goes to show in our set design and
how it changes now.
How
every
it changes
episode.
every episode. We we want to keep the.
We don't want to keep your asses guessing.
That's right. That's right. But nonetheless, this is the Conscious Club Podcast number 47, and this week, we wanted to, this week out of all weeks, I'm sure you guys completely understand as well, but we felt like obviously there needed to be a podcast this week.
Yeah,
I mean, there's an elephant in the room.
Yeah, there is a large Jewish elephant in the room, and I mean,
and he's doing the Baal Shem Tov everywhere, all over the room.
And I mean, we just have to talk about it.
Yeah. So I don't think we need to explain much, but I guess to the Daniels of the group, who doesn't
The shade.
Well, he doesn't follow the Vulf
he's not on the pack. But
well,
I mean, it was
he follows
posted on
VULFPECK.
the Vulf YouTube though too.
VULFPECK, yeah, that's right.
It was on the Vulf YouTube as well. So I mean, he definitely probably saw it.
Yeah. So I did have a interesting text conversation with the good old Daniel. And sorry, I'm getting a call here. Pardon me. I had a good old text conversation with Daniel about this whole Vulf, the Vulf, you know, the 50K plus eBay play.
Yeah.
As we're calling this episode. And you know, he had an interesting take on it, and I think maybe I'll give him a call out of nowhere later on.
Yeah.
When we're kind of diving deep into this stuff.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Cool.
Kind of pull a Bert Kreischer and just call random people on speakerphone.
Love that for us.
Cool. Well, welcome everybody. Thank you guys for watching. It's at number 47. We're doing it. We're here. We are talking about VULFPECK'S 50K eBay play.
Heck yeah, man.
And there's a little plus in parentheses after the 50K, but because at this moment it's 50K, 50,100, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. So it's the 50K eBay play here on the Conscious Club podcast. So should we start with Jack's goof?
I think we should.
What started it off?
Just in case anybody hasn't seen it, which I mean, I'm sure you have, but if you haven't,
yeah.
What's going on? Oh, there we go. Okay. So let me turn this puppy up.
Here we go. This is the 50K play, and you know, we can pause and you know,
yeah,
as we go.
I'm sure we will have to.
Yeah, of course.
Sorry, I don't really know how to use your thingy.
I just did a bad thing. I regret the thing I did.
First thing, I'm sorry. The duct tape on the sunglasses really goes to add to the vibe of I have no money. Mm-hmm. So he's really playing the part. I'm just going to start with that.
Well, no, that's a great point that I didn't even think of. We're 5 seconds in. We have super deep conversation.
And
I love this.
Feel like they're his moms. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I think he was like, okay, I need a character. Like, what is going to add to this? What? Right. How can I put? And he saw his mom's duct taped sunglasses and really just ran with it.
The signature summer look is in full swing.
It's in full swing.
And it's interesting because I didn't notice that detail. Like, the duct tape on the sunglasses does indicate loss of wages. Mm-hmm. So that's an interesting detail orient. Whether it be intentional or not, it's a good detail.
I love it.
Let's continue.
Sorry.
Just want to let you know this is right click and this is regular click.
Thank you.
So just click on the left side.
Wondering what it is, I'll tell you what I did. I did a bad thing. Early this year, the Spotify chart was forming a classic double tomahawk pattern. It kept testing support, and I knew the stock would drop. As the most well-known Spotify bear, I took the short position. It did drop in March, and I felt like a genius. I doubled down, went 4x leverage in my Interactive Brokers account, and bet everything. Last month, Spotify stock ripped to the upside. I got absolutely destroyed. Wrecked. New York, it's all gone. I wish I could say I was broke, but it's worse than that. All this while, I was trying to release a 6-part Spotify expose on Schmagegi, the Netflix of Canada, but was rejected due to lack of French subtitles. As an artist, I've been put in an untenable and somewhat embarrassing situation. No artist should have to do what I'm about to do. We are selling.
I want to pause it there also, just for future, you know, when we go through the pack.
The schmeggy of it all?
He covered this. He just said it. No band, no member, no person should have to do what he's about to do. And yet it is, maybe there's a little salt on there with some shtick, but hey, he shouldn't have been in this situation anyway. I'm just saying. He doesn't want to do this. He's just kind of forced to, by God, the funk gods.
Track 10 on the upcoming VULFPECK album on eBay. This isn't like the Wu-Tang thing. The highest bidder will get naming rights, 2 minutes and 30 seconds on the album. Could be a graduation thing, a birthday, a marriage proposal, a law firm ad. Apple could buy it. Your band could buy it and put your song on a VULFPECK album. This is joyous expression. This is prime auditory real estate. Past track 10s have included Lewis Cole, Tori Wong, Bootsy Collins, Bushy Krongle. Listen, I give and I give hard. No artist should have to sell ad space on their record. But track 10 of VULFPECK'S 2020 release, The Joy of Music, Job of Real Estate, has been foreclosed. And the bidding has begun.
So
Jack Stratton coming through here.
I just love it.
I gotta say, I mean, as much of a power play that is, I gotta say, it's, how do I put this? How do I say I'm surprised? It's like a really good movie ending. It's like, you know that it ends that way, but you don't know why. You want to know the how or why. You know, like there's a big question mark where they're like he's so, you know, he's like a seamstress of his own shtick. You know, he kind of gets reality and then a fabric of shtick, and then just puts it in that singer and just sews it and reaps the benefits of it. And it just soars.
Sew today. That's why.
Yeah,
that's why he's using a sewing analogy for this.
I did learn to sew today. I didn't want to change the subject, but I think that was a good.
I apologize.
No, that's fine. But anyway, no, I want to say that this is a power play, and I want to say that, you know, with the Sleepify part of it all, and you know the I want to say newsworthiness of VULFPECK, it seemed to have lost its luster after Sleepify and after MSG, right? Like I don't think MSG even eclipsed Sleepify's PR, right? Because I think Jack was going, okay, how do I get like national attention, or at least some sort of newsworthy article, or some sort of thing that can get me back on CNBC.
Totally.
You know, like something like that. Like, you know, it's always percolating in the background, and it's always super rare, and you have to wait a really long time to pull the trigger on it.
Yeah.
But it has to be calculated. You know, like
I love it.
It's just so, it's so intrinsically VULFPECK that I'm so you know, it's kind of parted the pack in, like the Red Sea. You know, you have the
100%.
You know, they have the, you know, don't give the track to the elite 1%. They don't deserve. It's like,
and I think those people are new VULFPECK fans. Those aren't fans that aren't classic fans. Well, actually, some of those people think that some of those people think that like Jack sold out or whatever. But it's like, if you were really a VULFPECK fan, you know that like this is part of the shtick. This was the Amazon book.
He's not selling out.
This was the Sleepify. This is classic Jack. What is finance? What is, how do we talk about stocks? How do we talk about real estate? Like, this is Jack. This is classic.
Also, Jack bringing relevance to an outdated platform like eBay, like that. Yes, like that is so, like nobody's talking about that either. You know, it's like I used to ravage eBay in middle school for Korn t-shirts.
Oh my
and
God.
Iron Maiden t-shirts, the ones that we use to like sleep in now. You know. The ones that are like ripped and torn from back in the day, you know. But this, it's such a power play, and you know, I want to address, you know, we'll get to the pack and all the comments and stuff in a moment, but you know, it's a momentous occasion in that when you're a heavy hitter, you gotta hit heavy. You know, you gotta hit those grand slams. You know, you got to get Bellinger up when there's 3 on base and it's bottom of the 9th. You know, full count. Also,
how do you create stir for an album? Because it's like you can release, you know, some stuff on your Instagram and on your YouTube, you know, promoting it. But how do you really get people excited to go listen to the album as soon as it comes out? People want to know what's going to be on track 10.
Right.
Like, people are excited about who the heck is this person gonna be.
Right.
Like, that creates a stir, and I live for it.
Exactly, because you know this, even though you know there's gonna be, I'm at a loss for words here because it's such a. like I can just see Jack in his little bungalow house over there in Eagle Rock with his little black Jeep in the driveway and just you know, he's percolating there. He doesn't want to go outside because he's got to put on a mask and, you know, go to the coffee shop, and he's like he's
in Cleveland in this, right?
Oh, he's in Cleveland. Yeah, let me set the stage.
I think
again.
He's been quarantining with his parents, so he can spend time with them.
You're right. You know, sometimes you can mistake the Midwest for Silver Lake.
Never. No. I knew the second I saw that green grass that his ass was not in the desert, honey.
No, you're right. And also, even I remember because somebody posted in the pack when we were in Michigan. Mm-hmm. That him walking around Cleveland Heights. Oh,
I do remember.
And he's in kind of like the same kind of getup.
He's in a neighborhood,
yeah. Yeah, you could tell he was probably walking around trying to prep, doing that video in that fucking
literally.
So yeah, no, I completely forgot the point I was going off of before, but I
don't know. But do we want to talk about the amount of money? We're right now on the eBay page. The amount of money that this is actually turned into. I thought maybe like 15K, 18K, maybe even 25 to 35K. I thought maybe it would land, right. But 50,000,
right? Like,
I'm pretty blown away. I mean, this is VULFPECK. This isn't. I would get if this was.
No, I get what you're saying because
it's
like
a lot of money.
It's a lot of money, and I do understand where people are coming at on the pack, where it's like, you know, don't sell it to the highest bidder, you know, like have a collective thing, and you can actually make way more than 50K. You know what I mean? Like if everybody in the pack gave X amount, you know, it would be 100K instead of 50. You know, but like, also this bidding hasn't ended yet. It ends at the end of August, so like it's, you know, this could be 100K, and this podcast could be, you know, irrelevant based on what we're talking about right now. But if it was a
crowd-funded thing, like who would actually have the spot on the record? You know what I mean?
Right, and I don't think it would be as newsworthy.
Yeah.
For sure. It would be like an insider.
Because everyone's going to want to know who the heck is spending $50,000 on a VULFPECK album track.
Right, and that's a track.
Like,
that's a track. Also, look at... Guys, you have to understand that all the times that you've tapped your foot to Vulf, all the times that you've nodded your head and done the Joe Dart, almost knock your head off your shoulders kind of thing. Mm-hmm. Every time you've done that, that's because Vulf brings magic to your life. They bring value to you. So if you're saying that 50K is not worth a track on VULFPECK, that it literally intrinsically means that somebody who has the means to give $50,100 to VULFPECK values that track at that much. So it's not necessarily saying that it's not worth that much. It is worth that much. Somebody's actually willing to pay that much.
And also, it's going to be there forever.
Right.
You know, this isn't just like it's not like...
This is going to be 10 albums ago.
Yeah. It's not just like, oh, you're going to go up on stage with VULFPECK and like be in one performance and maybe that'll end up on YouTube. Like, this is something that's going to be on a track in their discography forever.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
You might even be able to get a YouTube video and do like a music video or something, and they'll put it on their YouTube page too. Right. Who knows?
Yeah, I'm sure he's put so many. I haven't really read the caveats of the eBay page yet, but I'm wondering if this will come back to bite him in the ass. Because say like, I'm not saying this is gonna happen, but Trump could buy that. Mm-hmm. You know?
Oh Jesus.
Easy.
Yeah. What if it's Tom Steyer?
Tom
Steyer. Like, I might have lost the nominee pick.
He gets that lady from the ads that were on the radio. You gotta vote for Tom Steyer.
Yeah. Oh. I just love that the parcel number is 2020-16-12.
Love it.
0007. I just love that it's like parcel, acres. Like, he uses all of the real estate terms like in this.
Yeah.
I just think that it's like, how do you
very
not?
eBay.
Yeah.
The look is so 2007.
The font, the colors just stand out.
It's like when you were in middle school and you ordered things on eBay, you know? Mm-hmm. Gosh. Incredible. Now, let's see.
It says that you get the royalties. Any royalties.
No, it says you doesn't, right?
Any royalties, money, and or ridicule arising from the release of the job of music, the job of real estate accrues exclusively to the seller.
Yep.
Yeah. So,
In one sentence, you, the buyer, get the intangibles like immortality and no money. The buyer further acknowledges the seller can promote, not promote, trash, love, or just ignore track 10 as the seller sees fit for eternity or until 2121.
Whichever comes first.
This fuck. I gotta say, it's a power play, and it's also like a lightweight power play. Like he didn't really have to put much up.
Also, it says the seller reserves the right to not approve any title and or recording that the seller deems obscene, hateful, or just plain creepy. So y'all better not submit something nasty.
Oh, so Trump
or Jack is going to say no. Yeah, I mean, he's immediately
No, but what if this
hateful.
happens? Trump throws down $250K on him. Does Jack have the artistic integrity to turn that down?
I think Jack is going to consider him hateful and say no because that's in here. Obscene, hateful, or plain creepy. He's both creepy, hateful, and he can be obscene.
Without even recording anything.
Correct. Just the name Trump itself.
Just having be associated with that transaction of money.
Correct.
Yeah, right. This will be interesting. And I really wonder, like, does the higher the bid increase the sleaziness or the potential creepiness of the potential track, or is it like Dave Kaz going, hey, I could throw down a track here?
Kaz doesn't need it.
I'm just trying. I'm reaching
he already
here.
has
I'm reaching.
all the clout that he needs.
Got all the clout.
He's Dave Kaz.
He doesn't need no track 10 on a Vulf album.
Yeah, I'm really interested to see who this is gonna be.
My monster knocked over a long time ago, and
What?
It was
spilled?
It was mostly empty.
Okay. Hot Mess Express.
Hello. I think that's a great transition into the next segment. Hello. Welcome to the Conscious Club Podcast, #1 podcast of VULFPECK.
Technically, it's not necessarily the next segment, but it is pack opinions to what's going on with this. So let's dive into it. I have a lot curated here from your amazing work on the pack this morning.
Great. Awesome. Thank you. I appreciate the compliment. I'm a curator of content.
He is. First is Mr. Stefan Stetler. Don't get me wrong.
Before we start here,
There's many
this has become a
iterations of
Magoo
it.
post.
I know.
Right?
There's been many iterations.
I love this.
Don't get me wrong. I love Vulfpeck. Joe Dart is king. But this fanboy stuff is getting a little cringe. If you actually think lining anyone's pockets to the tune of tens of thousands of pounds or dollars for one track, if it is how I think it is, then you might need your head read. Vinyl albums exchanging hands for hundreds of pounds or dollars. Why though? Maybe I'm missing the point, but I just like their music. Maybe a bumper sticker or a t-shirt, but this is mental.
I gotta say,
we love an English queen.
We love an English queen, but I gotta say, an English queen. This is why we won the war, because of using vocabulary like that. Mm-hmm. And maybe if I put the emphasis on the right syllable when I'm talking about a person speaking English incorrectly, I don't know. It's become an interesting thing because the pack is it's easy to just for the low hanging fruit, to throw shade, but
yeah, I don't know.
I love their music too, but I love this power play. I mean, like, how else are they gonna get with no management, no label, no nothing? How else are they gonna get any clout or at the chance of anything successful? If you love Vulfpeck, don't you want to wish them well? And don't you want to, root for their success?
I mean, this is going to bring attention to them as a band, and I think at the end of the day, that's going to help them be successful as a band. And if you're pro Vulfpeck, then you're pro Goofs.
Right, exactly. And I even think, at the end of the month, if it is still 50K-ish, or if it's still, or even if he, ends it by the end of the month, like, it's still not that, like, if it turns out to be 100K, even then, it's still not that much money. I mean, like,
No.
like, in the grand scheme of things, how is 100 grand selling out? Like, you could go through, like.
Also, we know Jack. Jack is not a materialistic person. Jack is not somebody who's like Jake Paul going out and buying Lamborghinis and with models and da-da-da-da-da. He's not a materialistic person. All that money that he's getting from this EB thing is going to go into creating vinyl albums, creating merch, creating more
of what you
opportunities to travel maybe the world. Bring VULFPECK to not even the US and, you know, maybe just places in Europe, but the whole world. Maybe they'll go to Australia. Maybe they'll go to Japan. Maybe they'll go, you know, like.
Well, you know, a lot of us included, a lot of people have never and will never. I'm not saying that we'll be in that group. Will ever see 50K in one spot in their lives.
Totally, and I understand.
So, like, I
that.
totally understand why some people will go, "What the." I've been working all my life. I barely have anything in my savings account. What the hell? This guy can just post something and get 50K in his bank account. No, fuck Vulf. You know, like, I totally understand that. But also, it's like, what is he gonna do? A brand deal with Netflix and make 600,000? And is that, like, I think this is way less on the spectrum of selling out, which is an arbitrary spectrum anyway. It's on the very weak end of selling out. It's like the most non-selling out sellout version of yourself. It's like, also, it's not that much money. Like, if he was a sellout, he'd be making hundreds and hundreds of thousands.
Yeah, he could
Like,
easily be doing ads on his VULFPECK, you know, Instagram, or even he doesn't even have a personal Instagram. As Jack Stratton, he could be doing ads for, you know, different music companies and things like that. You know,
he could be doing a lot more than what he's doing. That's
so
for
much
sure.
money and become a sellout. And if that's what you're saying, there's so many other ways he could be doing that, and he's not.
Yeah,
this is very true Jack, true VULFPECK. I feel it's not really a selly outy thing to me.
And guys, don't tell me one effing second that if you got the opportunity to make any sort of money to get out of your apartment, or to get out of your studio apartment, or out of your parents' basement because you've been making music in there for 10 years and you're trying to get out, I think you'd take the check, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
You know, and I'm like, I hate to use that logic on things because, you know, you could use that logic really anywhere, but it's just be happy for the people. If you wish happiness upon people, happiness will be wished upon you. It's just like karma, you know. I don't know. Let's move on to the next post.
Let's go to the next one. Which one of you fuckers bet 35K on track 10, and when can you be my sugar daddy?
Ooh, I love it. I love how the Magoo post just gets blasted all in the comment section. They're like, I love VULFPECK, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, I gotta say, whoever does have the cash to toss on that, I gotta say, like, you can come to, you know, Studio TCCP any day. Any day, for sure.
Next up,
maybe some of that money could be pumped into their like the podcasting sphere of the VULFPECK. I don't know, maybe.
VULFPECK member Trevor says, my guess is Jack is upbidding himself as a way to get free press for a pretty radical idea.
Yes. Yeah, we brought that up before.
Yep.
You know, I definitely think with no label, with no management, with no help, you really have to stand up. And you really have to piss people off. I really think that's another part of it.
That any move you make that that really radicalizes people to this is amazing, this is trash. Honestly, it's good in the end, because any press is good press at the end of the day.
I guess, or like at least some sort of thing was accomplished rather than necessarily good, right? Because that could be used in a bad way, right? Like, you know, corrupt politicians could use that same method.
Yeah.
You know, but it's just a way to really kind of raise your hand and raise the flag of Vulf amongst all the chaos in the pandemic, and kind of go, okay, I'm gonna do this. Hopefully, you know, it's just like fishing. You know, just I'm gonna try to catch this big fish, and maybe it'll maybe it'll catch, but I'm gonna go to the place where it's most likely to get the biggest fish with the best bait and the best line and the best boat, and and like he's trying, he put all those puzzle pieces together, and it somewhat worked. Like it's getting acclaim.
Oh, it worked.
So
it definitely worked.
Yeah, I should take away somewhat. It did work. Yeah.
Next one. Do you think Jack is going to pay royalties to whoever wins the bid on track 10? He clarified this in the eBay post. If you were truly a Vulf stan, you would have read that. So
I hate
get the hell out of here, Tim.
Readers, like I've definitely shared
says
a
no on
headlines.
eBay. I love Louise.
Yeah.
Or Lewis. Love that.
Read deeper than the headline sometimes. I'm guilty of it. Of course, we all are, but still, just before you share it, at least fucking read it.
Okay.
Jeez.
See, guys, gimmicks like track 10 is the reason why Vulf doesn't have 4 Grammy Awards.
Ooh, burn.
They want Grammys?
Have they even been in a situation where they could have been nominated for Grammy?
I also
don't even
feel
think
like
so.
Jack doesn't give a fuck.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
here for the music to make music. He doesn't care. He doesn't want to be mainstream, really.
He's the Jerry Seinfeld of music awards.
Yeah, he doesn't. I just feel like
Jerry
that's
Seinfeld's
not his
notorious
thing.
for hating awards.
Like I said, if he was the type of guy who cared about Grammys, he would be doing paid promotions on his Instagram. He would have a personal Instagram. It would be about building his brand as a person. He would actually be the sellout that you guys are accusing him of being.
Right. And also, I want to mention as well the fact that it's him telling it directly to you. Mm-hmm. It's not Allegra in a post on the pack.
True.
That he told Allegra to post, like like a lot of the merch drops and stuff like that. Like he went direct to the people,
source,
us. That's right, direct to us, and he knows that Vulf is not for the lazy-minded. It's not for the lazy. I mean, I'm a little bit lazy, but hey, like Vulf actually gets me to not be lazy, as you could see in our story or our Instagram story earlier. And also, it's for the high intellect, and I would also think most of or at least VULFPECK lends its following, or I guess there's a high likelihood that a person who is of wealth would listen to VULFPECK because of how they've set up their world.
I agree.
It's high quality, high intellect, esoteric, Steely Danny, like stuff hidden amongst the lyrics and very eccentric people that have their own side projects and their own characters themselves. It's a very rich place, and I think this just makes it richer. It digs the hole deeper and wider.
I agree.
makes room for more possibilities, so that Vulf can really transcend to what its potential is.
I totally agree with you.
100%.
I don't even know who Jackson Cullender is, and at this point, I'm too scared to ask.
Jackson Cullender.
Coriander, cauliflower. Cucumber bunch. Oh my god.
Man.
Drains water from pasta real well. What is a jackbot copywriter? Jimmy Chupacabra? Or what does that say? Kookaburra. Oh, sorry. Jimmy Kookaburra.
Is the jam.
James Cornholio. That one's you.
Love that one. Cornholio. Yeah. Crazy.
Next up. What madness is next here? Oh, here we go.
Yes. All this while, I was trying to release a 6-part Spotify expose on Schmagegi, the Netflix of Canada.
Yiddish slang word meaning bullshit, baloney, hogwash, nonsense, crock of shit, or hot air.
Yep. Which, leads to believe that his Spotify play was also Schmagegi. Did he really lose the money? Is what I really want to know.
Exactly.
And one day we will find out. We will get him on the show somehow. But also, he doesn't like to divulge the explicit, the implicit. Yeah, we like to make the implicit explicit.
Everybody's fixated on the marketing gimmick. Well, I'm over here just happy that we're confirmed getting a full album instead of just an EP.
Yes, That's a very formative point. That's a great point. I remember commenting on an old thread months ago or last month when I was like, I screenshotted my Apple Music and I was like, it's an EP. Oh my god. What? How could they there? What? And then somebody quickly commented, Apple Music just does that if you have X amount of songs. So if you added another song, it wouldn't be an EP. It's just a classification on Apple Music. It's not like legit. And I'm like,
That's probably why you mentioned it. That's probably why you mentioned it in the video.
Maybe.
Because you saw that Apple Music did that.
Not.
I don't know. Who knows?
Also, we listen to Apple Music, and like Apple Music is kind of an afterthought in the pop culture world. So maybe on Spotify it's different.
I'm sure it is.
Yeah, I don't know.
Utterly adoring that Jack's move is creating a bit of a house cleaning of this fan base and Facebook group.
Yes.
Thanks, Jack. Artistic integrity is an illusion. I view the latest move as a fiscal art. I think it's a statement in and of itself, just like the Sleepify, and some folks are butthurt that they might get one less Vulfpeck track. Frankly, I don't really get why anyone is pissed at all. It's not about you. Get over it. To quote Jack, stop whining. James commented, I thought it was a dumb move until the bids got so high. Then I sat back and thought about it. The joy of music, the art of real estate. First 9 tracks is the joy of 9 sweet new Vulf tracks. The art of real estate is selling off the last track. Because that is one sweet chuck of real estate, if you ask me. Chunk, sorry, not chuck. And it's a hell of a work of art to sell it at that price. Just more musical and financial artistry from our fearless leader. But if it's enough to make you leave a Facebook group, that's whatever, man.
Wow. That's really cool too, because before this whole I never would have thought of that. That comment, the first 9 tracks, the joy music, and then the real estate thing at the end. I wouldn't have put that together. But also it also meant something before this eBay play. I remember when, because I assume based on his lyrics and all the esoteric business, real estate, investment, all that kind of stuff that he talks about. I just gathered from that he owns property and that it's a job for him, and that it keeps him from making music, which is joyful and not work. And I thought that was an interesting way to name your album, where it's like, be careful what you wish for if you get into real estate investment, because it may be passive income, but it's a job, like what happens when, if you're a landlord and, there's a big leak and, somebody, God forbid something happens, it's like, it's really on you. So as a landlord, right? So like, it's really a job if something gets messed up and, and so it kind of had what's great about Vulfpeck is that his albums, or the economy of words, is so dense and meaningful that it lends itself to telling your own story about Vulf based on how you know Vulf. It's like, if you know Jack at all, you know that he probably invests in real estate, stocks, investments, and all that stuff, and loves music. Like, it's the 2 things that he does, or at least shows you that he loves in his art. And I think that's just a really cool way of showing that. And also, this stunt just makes that even more true. Yeah.
Absolutely. On to the next salty hoe. Oh, wait, it's not a salty hoe. I don't get what people are so mad about. He didn't set a price. Y'all are the ones bidding $50K. Brendan said, this has turned into a really interesting social experiment, and I'm looking forward to see how it all plays out.
Hell yeah.
And then Michael said, technically he did set a price, 1 cent.
Oh, people.
Nobody tell Kanye about this. That's great.
That's great. Love it.
All right. Let's see what's
Got
next.
a few more here. Ah,
it's a prime auditory realist.
Tim Heidecker. I've been on an email chain with that guy.
Really?
Yeah. It's been, I was like, I'm on an email chain with Tim Heidecker. This is, or is it Eric Wareheim?
I have no idea.
It's Tim and Eric. It's one of the Tim and Erics.
Do you want to read this one?
Yes, this is back member Sam Taylor. Thank you
Don't say his last name. Maybe he doesn't want to.
Oh, I'm not going to block out the
exposed.
last names anymore. Screw it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Y'all be putting your shit out here in the public. Well, it's technically a group, but pretty much anyone can get in if you're a Vulf member. Did you just literally break your microphone? Okay. He's on the ground. He's searching. Like I said, it would not be TCCP. He bumps the camera. Oh my God. A sound panel fell off the wall. Oh my God. Literally one of... Oh my God. Literally one of his sound panels fell off the fucking wall. Oh my God.
I'm all right, dude.
Hot Mess Express. Jesus. Oh my God. The camera. Okay, oh my God.
Here we go, schmagegi.
Jesus. Like we said, it would not be TCCP without some buffoonery, technical issues, something breaks, something falls apart, the audio disintegrates.
Let me put this back in so I can actually keep this up.
His microphone screw thingy fell out. Let me read this while you get your life together.
Oh, PAC member Sam Taylor. Thank you. Sorry, PAC member Sam calling into the Big Ab Tucker here. Sam says, didn't mind the idea at first and fancied putting a cheeky bid on myself, but 50K under 24 hours is complete bonkers. I saw some folks on Twitter. I saw some folk on Twitter.
Who says that?
I'm gonna
Sam,
I'm gonna
I
put
love
an
you,
S there. Yeah, I saw some folks on Twitter who weren't too happy with it and had suggested some sort of raffle would have been better way and would have given Vulf fans a better chance of winning it. But this this was the right way to go, in my opinion. They probably
people say that.
IMO.
Like, millennial booties.
I said that too, I think.
Really?
They probably would have. They probably would have made more, and as it stands, some dude with more money and sense is just pricing everybody out of it. Probably will end with an advert of some description at this point. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's going to go either one of two ways. Like, Jack's just going to call it off, and is just going to take the press and go, sorry, guys, like, maybe everybody who bid, like, maybe, like, the guy who bid 50K is, like, not an artist and, like, is in it for the wrong reasons, and then the guy who bid right under that is doing it for the right reasons. Would Jack pick that guy? You know what I mean? Like, if the highest bidder is kind of an a-hole, would he pick the next highest bidder who isn't? Like, would he vet the highest bidders?
Maybe.
I don't know. How can you? This is such a schmageg.
I have to say, I have to read James's comment,
yes,
though.
Please do.
They gave us live at MSG for free. I have no problem with them putting some coin in the till via another piece of administrative performance art. Not to mention the title of the album begs for something like this. Real estate agents for decades filled their welcome folders with sublet ads in local restaurants, shops, etc.
Boom.
Yeah.
Money from this will fund something for the fans.
And Joe
or a donation.
says, money from this will fund something for the fans or a donation of some sort, and we can thank the individual or group of individuals for their charity.
See, Joe, I think, meditates every morning.
Yeah. I get those vibes.
Joe B on the pack here. I love this guy because there's a sense of, when I read his comment, there's just a sense of peace.
Yeah.
Love it.
I love it. Okay. Anyway. On to the next O.
This
was a
chaotic week. Yeah.
Only the OGs remember when Vulf was trying to stop New York's financial elite.
You remember that one time where we got to go on the Late Show, but it actually wasn't broadcasted on TV? It was just only on the internet.
I'm not sure I completely understand why people are upset about the auction. If Sleepify paid for an entire tour just so you could see them for free, why would this be some shameless cash grab? I think Jack knows that he can pull off something like Sleepify again, and I think this is the most creative thing they could have done.
Yeah, no, she's right. They really can't pull off something like Sleepify again. You know, Jack is a heavy hitter. I'll say it again. You know, he single-handedly had to have Spotify and their lawyers take meetings at their business and change whatever had to be. Jack Stratton made that happen. Like, he is a mogul. He is a digital internet revolutionary mogul. And anybody who doesn't believe that is just doesn't know it yet. Is really the truth. It is, you know. I'm animated.
I have to read Wes's comment though, because this is the other side of the coin here. To me, you can't sell out MSG and then cry poor. All of these guys have had great success, both with Vulfpeck and side projects. If they need money, they could crowdfund an album. This feels like a cash grab, and it's a bit Bush League. Sleepify was cool because they used the money to fund a tour that wouldn't have happened otherwise. Sell the track for charity? Yes. Sell it for pure profit for a band who has already become very popular? Nah.
I want to also say,
I kind of think it would be cool if it would go to like charity because of everything that's going on in the world right now with Black Lives Matter. I think that would be really cool. Plus of everything
Jack
that
didn't say where the
happened
money's
in Beirut.
going, right?
True. He didn't. Maybe he will give it to a charity.
That's the next power play. But also, it's like, I see where they're saying, but also if you're going to use a NASCAR league as an analogy, at least spell it right. Can you spell check me? Can you do a new tab and go BUSCH league?
You're right.
Is it Bush?
It is.
It's
BUSCH.
okay. If you're going to use Bush League, spell it right. It's not President Bush. It's Bush as in like Bush beer, right? Or at least spelled like Bush beer. Yeah.
Is that how Bush beer is spelled? BUSCH?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, interesting. I didn't even know that.
Yeah, I'm sure they're a German family of some descent.
All right, let's go to the next hoe here. How I Made Yiddish Cool Again. From Kindlach to Shmamegi.
Shmagig.
It's really, really jarring when you just see his chin dimple.
You are right. That dude.
It looks like
okay, bring up the black hole image that came up last year.
Wait, is it in the Vulfpeck?
Black hole.
Oh my god.
The void here.
Do we need to post that on our Instagram?
The void
side by side
is
of
pretty
that
similar
to that.
That.
I mean, it's
pretty
identical. I have to say.
I just felt
there could be another universe in there.
But also, that book is another power play that kind of fizzled out.
Amazon thing.
It fizzled out. It's no longer available. I'm sure Amazon was like, take this shit down. It's too much.
Yeah.
But, you know, it's... Jack is just full of these, and if you don't do this kind of stuff and don't think this way, you won't ever get a claim like this anyway. If you're not talented enough to get on a label and to get and to be doing shows and to sell records and to do all that kind of stuff, and you don't have this, you're just, you know, you're either going to be on a label and just be some other person doing shows that barely anybody goes to, or you can completely do it yourself and just tread, like, make a path for people. Like, he's basically telling you can do anything you want if you create the value. Spend 10 years making great music, and then maybe people will like it, and then maybe people will pay for it. Like, he's over a decades in terms of music, all of them, and I'm willing to fund that.
Yeah,
I don't know, and I love this the repost of the don't get me wrong, I love Vulfpeck. This is great.
I know. I
love how, like, that kind of started from, what was it, the
that one thing that used to be
it fooled us, or it fooled me, right?
I know.
Yeah. Oh yeah, very much brain there. Dip-a-dip-a-doo-doo.
Wish
Maybe.
I could say I was broke. Love it. I think we have one more here.
Oh my gosh. And then we can dive into Funny Funk.
Yep.
The Vulf of Wall
It's
Street.
so funky and low volume. A bird watcher movie. The Vulf of Wall Street. I love it. I love it so much. All right.
Kind of a little bit of lazy photoshopping because there aren't any other Vulf members other than Jack in there.
Yeah.
Come on, you could have spent another 20 minutes photoshopping Antoine at the Corey background. Come on, dude.
We're on to funny funk, y'all. Neighbors are having a silent disco BBQ.
Damn, man.
Gotta say, it's lit.
I gotta say, those are some really considerate neighbors.
I love it.
Like, if those were my neighbors, I would spring for joy. Like, they're having all the fun of a party without annoying you. Like, isn't that just beautiful?
We got some wild parties that happen right here.
Right behind this window.
Behind us, we got this
yeah.
Airbnb bullshit behind us. And I'm saying if those are the guests that were over there, we would have no problems.
You right.
Have absolutely no problems.
You right.
On to the next funny funk. This one's more funky than
I think we
fun.
might get flagged a little bit for this, so keep it down a little bit. But I ain't mad at you. I don't think that's right. Please.
I gotta say, like, this is, I don't know if this is in Chicago, but this is like classic streets of Chicago. Like, where I used to live in Chicago, like, we would have people with the buckets outside and they were just living their best lives on the apple box crate.
Apple box crate.
Boots with the fur,
sticks.
with the fur.
Yeah, whole rhythm coming for her.
He
Sorry.
hit the flow.
She hit the plastic. She hit the tip.
Today we play bass, 4 cordes.
Ah, yes.
J'ai enlevé la corde, paf. Tap, tap, tap.
Oh, the harmony. I can't even.
I have to say, I don't know how old this woman is, but her and Joe Dart belong together, and they need to make sweet, beautiful bassist babies together.
I gotta say, like, her the head wrap that she got going on is like it feels like her like it has to be there with how much skills she has.
That's
like,
how big her brain is. That's
like,
not
what I'm saying.
hair
Like,
under that head
she's
wrap.
got
That
so
is
many
brain.
skills. It's got to go somewhere. So it just like builds on top of her head.
I love it.
Gonna make the Hannah Montana theme song, but if it was done by VULFPECK.
Dope, dude.
Get the limo out front. Oh yeah.
Is this the outro song for this podcast? I think it would be great.
Every
Yeah, if we do this. At least today.
I love Ethan.
I want that on mute for like 5 years.
Hey, what's up? Today I'm gonna make the Hannah Montana
We gotta
theme
watch it
song,
one more
but if
time.
it was done by VULFPECK.
Get the limo out front. Oh yeah. Hardest style, every shoe, every color.
Oh, the Woody of it all, y'all. Oh my gosh.
So I have a suggestion, and comment below if you think we should do this, but I think we should have a TikTok segment.
Ooh, a TikTok segment. I would love to do that.
Because that was a TikTok. So maybe there's a Vulf TikTok sphere that I can explore. Since I'm the
Sphere.
TikToker in this relationship.
You're the TikToker in the relationship, and I refuse to
should
let
explore?
China take my
If
data.
we even have TikTok anymore by the next time we can make
Right,
a video.
right.
But
Yeah. How about to round this out?
what's up?
Do we have anything else on the rundown?
No, we just have an
anything.
ending song, so it's up to you.
All right, I'm gonna pull a Burt Kreischer. I'm gonna call Daniel real quick.
Okay, we'll get his opinion.
Get his opinion here. Let me call the D man.
if he's around. It's Sunday, so I don't know if he's...
I mean, it's a pandemic. I mean, everybody's available. They're just lying if they're not.
They're lying if they're not.
Hold on, here I go.
Oh, it says you're calling somebody. It says you're in your contacts on your thingy. Cute. From iPhone 11 Pro. Hot take. I really hope he sends you straight to voicemail. That would make my day.
Too good for the TCCP. Come on, Daniel.
Your call is
Oh, D-Dog.
760.
Sorry.
Let them listen to his number. All y'all got was that area code.
Y'all got the area code. But anyway, we love you, Daniel. You could have if you call me back in the next minute or so, you can make it on the show. But we just like to thank you for listening. It's been an incredible week here on the Conscious Club podcast, and I think that, you know, whatever way this goes, I think it's the right way. And I really trust Jack. I really do. I don't think he's going to jeopardize anything like that. And also that last comment, or last couple comments or whatever it was, where they were mentioning, you know, artistic integrity, and that it's a farce and whatever. And I'm like, I kind of disagree with that too. I think Jack has a huge amount of artistic integrity. I just think he doesn't have an ego. You know, I think he chooses to hang his ego up with his hat.
Yeah,
you know?
It's about the art. Art
Right.
first, ego later, dude.
Right.
That should be a new shirt with Jack's face on it.
Yeah. So, anyway, I think whatever happens, and you know, I love it because Jack keeps doing it, which means we make more podcasts.
Also,
Yeah.
please comment below how you feel about it. Let us know if you agree with us, and if not, we want to hear the other side. Please educate us.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let us know.
Yeah. I also, I think, you know, if you're still here, wow, you're a true fan.
You're a true fan.
And thanks for listening to the Conscious Club podcast. Knocked over my drink again.
He knocked over his drink again. Hot mess.
Hey everybody, Indy here, and thanks for watching the Conscious Club podcast. Please be advised that this is a fan-made podcast. Even though we would love nothing more, we are not associated with VULFPECK, Vulf Records LLC, Vulf Productions Inc, or any associated acts tied to the greater Vulf umbrella. We do this show out of love, not for monetary gain. We simply wanted an outlet like this to exist, so we made it happen, and I hope that's okay. Thanks for watching, and always remember, fee fi fo fum.